Hello. Didn't even speak back. Welcome to another episode of Tangential Thought Chat Show. No, I gotta say it right. Welcome to the graffiti jungle. Welcome to the graffiti jungle and another episode of Tangential Thought Chat Show. So we got the bike parked up, just as loose as a goose camp. Don't get me started. Bike parked up, nothing to tie down, but hopefully nothing happens to it. And if something does happen to it, we know this is the last time we saw it. Hold on, let me do my weatherman jump. Weatherman. So what I got on right now is too much. This is too much for the weather right now. It is hot and sunny and not very much of a breeze. So definitely, if you're going out, step out with a, you know what I'm saying, just a regular light shirt. A regular short sleeve shirt. And if you want a cap, put a cap on, but not one of these. Just something to block the sun out. Just something to block the sun out. Got a couple shorts. Just push it. Two thumbs up. Okay, fit check. Got the Freddy Krueger sweater on me. Bam, with the checks there. The ones there. I'm not sure if I have much on the back. Just don't kind of feel like being around nobody. So let's just kick it. Kick it right here. So I was thinking, if I had tobacco, if I had a cigar, what would I do? And I was like, I would be trying to do a little freestyle or something. I trying to come up with a little freestyle to just post that as a short. So I was like, well, shoot, I can still do that. So I just posted a little short, a little freestyle. Then outside of that, if I had a cigar or some tobacco, I'd try to do some type of little outfit. But again, the last thing I've been trying to show off is the shoes. And I did one, but I don't know if anybody really paid attention to it. So I'm gonna just do one more though. I'm gonna do one more with the second set of shoes. The Yeezy pods are on the way. So you know, doing the Yeezy pods, that's gonna be different. Whether people like them or not, it's still just adding to the rotation. And then I played Pokemon already this morning. So just trying to find, the things that's gonna make you happy, make you excited. For me, that's candy. I love me some candy, bro. I don't care. I don't care if it's unhealthy for you and do whatever to your teeth. I've never had a cavity. As much candy as I eat and sweets as I like, I've never had a cavity. And now it's kind of weird. I'm thinking like, how did y'all get cavities, bro? Like, I don't understand no more. But what was gonna make me excited, make me happy, I'm getting some gummy candy, getting an energy drink. I was riding a bike, and it's two different ways I can go. I can go up the other joint. It would have been a lot more taxing on my legs. I went the other way. And this way, this how you know my body hasn't fully recovered. I don't feel it when I'm walking too much, but it's definitely like going the slightest hill. So I got my candy. I did the candy, got the energy drink. That part's cool. I posted a short. I did a little freestyle. I was like, she gonna ghost on you to go entertain such and such. She like to drink with him. With him, she like to pass the Dutch. And it ain't like you don't offer much. It's just, wouldn't you juggle if you could snuggle with 1, 2, and 3 and then say all my bitches love me? You would do that. I missed the line. I missed the line. So she go ghost on you to entertain such and such. She like to drink with him. With him, she like to pass the Dutch. And then she come back to you because you just a crutch. And it ain't like you don't offer much. It's just, wouldn't you juggle if you could snuggle with 1, 2, and 3 and say all my bitches love me? It's stuff like that. It's stuff like that. Now, since we're at the library, might as well read a book, right? I do enjoy reading. And so it's like, if you can fill your day with any just tiny bits. Because I was watching, Mr. Beast. Now, Mr. Beast said this. He was like, if you stop learning and going outside of yourself, you can only generate ideas within. And he was like, eventually you'll run out. So he's like, you gotta go out and tap into different resources and different books, podcasts, shows, movies, whatever. So you just never know where you're gonna get some inspiration from. And so he was like, give me a word. And then he goes off that one word and boom, 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 boom. But he's drawing from here. Whereas now you can do that for so long. So let's see what book we got. We're in the mystery section. Ain't this who you aspire to be like? If you're an Arthur, all these books. Janet. Ivanovich. She run this shit. That's how you show her V-Bird. She got 2 shows. She got like mad books. Turbo 23. Dirty 30. Dirty 30. It ain't got no air in it, so I'm gonna put that back. Do they have any dirty books at the library? But I know back in the day they used to have Zane books, and Zane books was at the library. All the girls were checking out the Zane books. I'm about to see if they got Zane books. What up? Avram King. What's up? What's up? Thank you for tapping in, tuning in. Can I don't smoke weed. I do cigars. Can is a weird question because can I can do anything I want to do, but would I? No. Zane and Hurricane and Katrina. No. No, they ain't got it. They ain't got no Zane books. Vengeance. Novel. Where is this at? Okay. I think this might, it says published 2016. This might be one. It says Zane. This one too. Nervous. Okay. 2003. Yes, sir. This back in the day. All right, we're gonna look for this one. It says African American fiction. African American fiction. It says book available. Oh, that says at Buford. Dang. At Lawrenceville. Oh my gosh. They not here. So they still got Zane books. Now, would you let your teenage daughter read? Oh, here go another one. All right, here go another one. African American fiction. Okay, where's African American fiction? That's what we need to go. It's African American fiction. So here's fiction. Let me ask you. This is mystery. Oh no, here go African American. Now this hard to do. How you gonna find a book? How you gonna find a book, bro? Okay. Alright, we're in the African American fiction. And then you just gotta go by last name, right? You gotta go by last name. P's, Q's, R's, T, S. Yeah, found it. We got some Zane. It's two. Okay, here go nervous, and then afterburn. I don't know if I want to read something like afterburn, because that might be like an STD. Sex comes to those who wait. I'm trying to figure out which one to read. Let's see. All right, tall, strong, sexy chiropractor Yarly Brown has long since accrued interest in Washington, D.C. banking point rainwaters with her clear gray eyes, luscious curves, and legs for days. A woman like that must be taken, but American dream candy. Falling for a check from the church band. Oh, he had a little rebound. But between rings are at mother. Okay, got that one. Let's see what this one's talking about. Men have always given John Connett. Look at the name, John Connett. Sweaty palms and trembling knees, but her promiscuous alter ego, Jude, never has any trouble satisfying her carnal desires. All too often, John Connett wakes up in strange clothes with strange smells, and sometimes she is sore in strange places where she doesn't have a clue as to what kind of scintillating escapades Jude enjoyed the night before. Oh, this one's schizophrenic. Scared to desperate help, John Connett turns to Dr. Myself. Addicted, and Jude retaliates with a sexual rampage. Oh my goodness. Okay. All right. Afterburn or nervous. This one, she's schizophrenic. So I'm not sure. But she going to rampage. We'll see. Let's see which one's juicy. spot. Okay. Let me see. Okay, I'm gonna read this part. To you. This ain't be getting it in. It's already. I don't know what happened on before this, but we're gonna see. I'm already on page 19. Page 19 already. You know how they be like the girls be getting together, be having they book club meetings, and then they be in there reading and figuring themselves. Okay. Yo, reading these books is hilarious. So, bro, I'm just reading a book. All right, I'm just reading a book. I brushed my fingertips over one of his ass cheeks. He was wearing the hell out of some navy slacks, and I couldn't resist. He swung around and glared at me with a pair of sexy brown bedroom eyes. He was seemingly pleased with what he saw before him, and his eyes dropped down to my exposed breast. The heat had calmed down from earlier, and the cool breeze was making my nipples hard. He flashed an enormous smile. What's your name? Nice smile, wrong question. Why must they always ask that? What's in the name? I replied. He chuckled, sexy ass. I was just trying to be friendly, being that you just felt up on me. He had an accent, definite plus. I was feeling that. I inched closer to him and grabbed his dick, his huge dick. Yes, he was surely from an island, somewhere mandingos are bred on the regular. Trust me, I haven't even begun to fill you up yet. The line had progressed a few feet, but we remained frozen in place. Two sisters all hoochie-fied for the evening walked up behind us. Are you in line, one of them asked? I don't know, are we? I asked my prospective lover. No, I don't suspect we are. He managed to get the words out even though I was latched onto his dick like a vice. I was so close to him that the sisters couldn't even see what I was doing. However, I wouldn't have minded if they watched me tear his ass to shreds and slay his dick, which were my intentions. I glanced at them. You can go on around us. Thanks, they yelled out in unison. That meant two less people they had to wait behind. They were elated and it showed. I looked back into his eyes. So you want to go somewhere? Sure, he said eagerly. Wherever you want. That's a good puppy dog, I wanted to say. Instead, I said, I'm not one for bedrooms. I prefer adventure. Adventure? Yes, adventure. I enjoy sex in unusual places. The possibility of getting caught, the thrill of someone else watching, just does something to me. He grinned. Sounds kinky. I'm not kinky. Being kinky ain't shit. Then what are you? I smirked. A freak. A nymphomaniac. A sex fiend. Can you handle that? I let go of his dick and began caressing it. Yeah, I can deal with that. Hell yeah, I can. But you still didn't tell me your name. I'm Campbell. Nice name. I'm glad you think so. I bet your name is also. He was really hung up on the name thing. I hated that. I let go of him and backed away. Look, I don't care you to tell me my name. I just want to fuck. Either you're down with that or you're not. Damn. Where were you like 10 years ago when I was in my prime? I pouted. I sincerely hope you're not implying that you're no longer in your prime. Campbell laughed. I have a feeling you might be able to revive me. Let's find out, I challenged. I headed in the opposite direction of the entrance with Campbell on my tail and went down the alley behind the club. There was dim lighting coming from an office window on the third floor. It sure is dark down here, Campbell commented. I took his hand and kept walking. Afraid of the dark? Don't be scared, I won't bite you. I took him off guard by pushing him up against the building and ripping off his shirt. I could hear the button scatter across the concrete. I ran my tongue over his nipples and caught it between my teeth for a brief second. That is, unless you want me to bite you. This is incredible. Campbell whispered. Most women over here act like they're afraid to be themselves sexually. But you remind me of the woman back home. I didn't ask where he was from because I didn't give a shit. Besides, no woman could compare to me anyway. Do you want to fuck or talk? I asked nastily.
oh, I definitely want to fuck, then shut the hell up. I took 2 steps back, released the button of my blazer, and let it fall to the ground. After I was topless, I inched my skirt up and slid my panties down over my hips. I couldn't see Campbell's eyes, but I could make out his silhouette. He came closer and tried to kiss me, but I stuffed my panties in his mouth. Maybe now you'll be quiet. I undid his belt and yanked it out the loops of his pants, ran the end of it over his torso, and walked around him. Put your hands behind your back. Campbell followed my orders, and I bound his wrist with the belt. I walked back around to face him, undid his zipper, and lowered his pants around his ankles. He wasn't wearing any drawers. Freak. I ran my fingers over his chest and pinched his nipples, damn near drawing blood. You ready for this? He nodded and let out a muffled yes, better be. I took his shirt and spread it on the ground so I could get down on my knees. Now, I ain't about to, this part, she, you know what I'm saying? I ain't about to say this part. Matter of fact, I'm gonna say it from the, because right now it's reading in first person. Right now it's reading in first person. So I'm gonna switch the perspective here. Okay. Then she took the tip of his dick into her mouth and suckled on it. He moaned as his salty pre-gum jizzled out onto her tongue. She took the head out of her mouth and ran the tip of her tongue up and down the middle of his slit, which made him moan even louder. She could make out the words, oh shit, as she fingered his balls and tickled the underside of his dick by placing loud wet kisses on it. She didn't feel like sucking his dick. She mean really sucking it because it was too big, too huge, and she wasn't ready to develop lockjaw after all. She was trying to get into the concert. After standing back up, she asked, did you like that? He nodded. She pushed him up against the wall so he couldn't move, turned around, and pressed her pussy slowly onto his dick. He filled her up nicely. She started grinding on him, and he seemed like he was gasping for air. She wasn't taking the panties out of his mouth, though. She didn't feel like holding a conversation while they were fucking. Next thing you know, the idiot was coming way too quickly. That wasn't good enough for her. She was determined not to allow him to go soft, so she started giving him some hand action immediately. It worked like a charm. Before she knew it, his dick would stand up at full attention again. She didn't want to risk doing it in the same position again. He might come too fast again. Even though the second nuts are generally harder to bust. She pushed him onto the bare ground, not giving a shit whether his ass got dirty or not, and climbed on top of him. She started riding him and laughed when she saw someone pause at the end of the alley and try to make out what was going on. She moaned loudly to see if the person would be daring enough or nosy enough to venture down there. She was hoping it was a sexy-ass man who she could ride next. She could barely make out a shadow, but whoever it was stood there for about 30 more seconds and kept on moving. Too bad. Dang. When Kimball had worn out his usefulness, she retrieved her panties and freed his wrist. He said, damn, woman, that was the shit, he said, trying to regain his normal breathing pattern. It was okay. Thanks for the experience. She started getting dressed while he did the same. The music was still thumping through the walls. Lil Z was getting buck wild with his jam Devastated, and since that was his biggest hit at the time, I knew closing time was near. So much for finding Darnetta and checking out the party. I gotta catch his videos on BET. Besides, I've gotten what I ultimately came for anyway. She came for dick. So when can I see you again? Campbell asked. It never ended. See me again? As incredulously, how about never? I walked down the street. Never? Campbell hit his back at me. He grabbed her elbow and swung her around. After what we just shared, we shared a fuck, nothing more, nothing less. Damn, you're cold-blooded. Is that supposed to hurt my feelings? She yanked her arm. She said, thank you. What else do you want? I want to see you again. I think you're fine and definitely sexy. I'd like to see what you could do if we had an all day. Fuck it, how about it? I can't. I don't want to. I said nastily. He was getting on my nerves. They always did afterwards. It was so much easier when I wouldn't let them say anything at all. I might have to rethink my strategy and revert to my old ways. Why not? Kimber wanted to know. I don't have to explain myself to you. I laughed in his face and started for my car. I felt like doing it. You look enticing at the moment. You served your purpose and now it's over. Get a life. Kimber stopped in the truck and yelled out, bitch. I turned and later, I'm not your bitch. If I were, I'd just walk away before you made me angry. Trust me, you won't like me when I'm angry. He must have taken my threat to heart because he started speed walking the opposite direction. Good for him because I was serious as shit. I took no drama from anyone, not even John. And if she really started tripping, she would have to find out that the hard way. Okay, that was 4 pages. That was on page 19 already. So her alter ego is called John Connett, and that's the one that be out and about doing it. So this the prologue. Something happened on page 4. Let me see. He continued eating her pussy for the next 15 minutes or so. She came at least 5 or 6 times before he had sated his hunger. She hesitated for a second. Oh, so so this page right here is about her losing her virginity. And she low key, cause she acted like she knew what she was doing. It's a considering the way she had picked him up and led the way to the basement, he had no idea that this was her first time. He just thought she had a tight ass pussy and was taken aback at how snugly it fit around his throbbing dick. He fucked her without mercy because he knew that she wanted it that way. She was paralyzed at first when he stuck it in, but gradually she grew attuned to his rhythm, began to grind her hips, fucking him back. She could feel his balls slamming up against her ass and was memorized by the sound of his dick and beating her pussy. For it was a sound she had never heard before. She loved it. Bro, this J is hilarious. At the few minutes, she felt him explode again, this time inside. She left him there in the basement of the library, nude and wondering why she had insisted on anonymity and silence, hoping that one day he would never see her again. So she walked right past him, but then she didn't recognize he turned to go. The same piece she had until she exited. Ding, it's gone like she was when all the other men looked for her. She always fucked them quickly in silence and left them in awe. There was the man in the grocery store line. She patiently waited for him in the parking lot, then fucked him right there in the back of his car. There was a gas station attendant. She took into one of the garage bays and fucked while she was waiting for the other guy outside to change her tire. There were the two guys she saw playing basketball one day at the local park. Sound like my ex. There were the two guys she saw playing basketball one day at the local park, who she enticed into the woods, and there on a secluded picnic table, fucked them both. And of course, there were all the men she had picked up at the local hotel, bars, nightclubs, and virtually every place over the past 5 years. The total number of which she had lost count of long ago. As for me, I'm still nervous, but hopefully one of these days, she and I will become one and settle down with one man who can satisfy both our needs. Until then, she will just continue to have her fun, roll on the weekends, and I will continue my boring ass weekdays. One thing is for sure though, when she masturbates, she has multiple orgasms and enjoy her body in ways she never before. Maybe she and I have already become one. So this is like, she got an alter ego, and her alter ego has all the fun. But she got a regular job and she just be chilling. So she says, I managed to make it all the way through my high school and college years without a single boyfriend. But I was not a virgin by far. The weekends were her time. They were the times that she came out into the light. She was my wild side, the one who craved to be fucked. She was the one who felt conversation was never needed, nor games, because she knew within 5 minutes after she laid eyes on a man whether she wanted to fuck him or not. She first appeared in my freshman year of college. At that time, I would spend long nights in my dorm room masturbating. Playing with her nipples rubbing, boom, boom, boom. Okay, so it happened freshman year. Freshman year, she goes to the library. And then this is when the other side of her comes out. As she turned around and go back into the library, retrieve her things with her. She looked up. She bumped right into his chest and could feel her heart. Can't get the roll up. Alright, let's see. What's next? Apparently she has insecurities. second Dom, people calling her different names. It's like I can't check this book out. That'd be crazy. Like, yo, why are you checking? What are you doing reading this book? Check it. I'm about to see what the next one, what the next part happened at. Brenda Morrison. I don't know, it look like it be going back and forth between like time periods or whatever. I'm trying to get to the next, you know, yeah, I used to be watching the movies and you gotta zoom like, man, where the next joint? Where the next scene? There you go. I'm looking for the next scene. All right, now she going to the, she got a therapist. Or whatever that is. Well, she got a new victim. Let's see. Right here. They say she glanced over and saw this fine specimen of her brother standing in a blood covered apron and paper hat. Sepia skin and dark eyes. He said, I apologize for the quality of the meat. And between me and you, I've been waiting for someone to come in here and tell it like it is. He'll lean closer. And even though he always been butchering meat all day, she could still pick up on the faint scent of his cologne. All right, here go the banter. Well, maybe I blow the whistle on them and call one of those investigative TV shows or something. Maybe you should. We both laugh. I started squeezing his upper arm because I wanted to know what he was hiding underneath the tacky uniform. I wouldn't want to cause you to lose your job, though, I said sarcastically. What on earth would you do then? I have other talents. I bet you do. I eyed him seductively. Can I see where you butcher your meat? Huh? I said, can I see where you butcher your meat? We're not supposed to have customers back there. So you risk losing your job over bad meat. So you risk losing your job over bad meat, but you won't risk it over me. I stuck my bottom lip out. I'm hurt. Oh, don't be that way. He licked his lips and started looking around to see if the coast was clear before taking my hand and leading me into the back of the double doors. I guess it wouldn't mean any harm for you to take a look. She said, it's cold as shit. I exclaimed. He laughed. By the way, I'm Lewis. So it says on your name tag. Since you don't have a name tag, here you go, asking for the name. You can call me whatever you like, but I'd rather not talk at all. She grabbed the back of his neck and slipped her tongue into his mouth. So what are your other talents? You said out there you have other talents. I decided it was high time to see what he was holding. So she grabbed him. Nice, very nice, thank you. He started palming her tits. These are nice too. Want to suck them? He looked at the door to the freezer. The coast was clear. I might lose my job behind this. You better make this good. I laughed. I'll make everything good, baby. John had on this tired ass, homely dress, but it was easy to get out of. And before long, she was nude and holding onto a vacant meat hook with her hands, surrounded by sides of beef. Louis was on his knees with her legs wrapped around his shoulders and his tongue exploring her pussy. It felt exhilarating. She threw her head back, closed her eyes, and whispered, "You see, John, I run this. This is my party." Louis stopped there. "Who the fuck is John?" "I'm Louis." I dug my fingernails into his hair and pushed his head back into my pussy. "Shut the hell up and eat." Alright. So that's where that one ends. So yeah, she go back and forth in her head. Let's see. Where's our next scene? Oh, here it go. Next scene. Alright. Let's see where it starts. Okay. She said, "Can a sister catch a ride?" He came across a being shot when he turned to find me standing there, then grin, "Long time no see." "Yeah, well, I asked you what time you get off for a reason. Look, I'm extremely flattered, but I'm kind of seeing someone right now, and I'm a brother who tries to do the right thing." She pounced on him and flicked the tip of her tongue in his ear. "She'll never know, 'cause I'll never tell." He pushed me away slightly. She pushed him up. He pushed her away slightly, but I could tell he wanted some pussy. They all do. Maybe some other time, not tonight. She ran his fingers across his cheek. "Listen, I'm not trying to pressure you or anything. It's just that when you waited on me in the restaurant earlier, I had this incredible fantasy about you, and the next thing I knew, I was experiencing this tremendous orgasm." He blushed. I had his ass. "Really? What was your fantasy about?" Alright, she says. She says, "Riding you. Now you have your way with me." I leaned closer and whispered, "You look like such a powerful man. I could tell by the bike you ride that you like powerful things. How about let me show you some powerful pussy?" He said, "Some powerful pussy?" He chuckled. "Can't say I've ever had it called that. That's because you probably never had any powerful pussy. I bet you're dealing with some chick that still has a little girl mentality. She more than likely just lays there unless you tap that ass. No, she can do the damn thing when she wants to." I was getting offended. No one refused to give her dick. No one. She rubbed his dick through his jeans and he grew hard instantly. "I don't fall in love. I don't even want you to know my name. Let's just take a little ride on your bike. It's such a beautiful night. I promise it'll be fun." He hesitated briefly and then said, "All right, why not?" He gave me his spare helmet while he put his on. She climbed on the back, locked her arms around his waist, pulled off into the night. She jacked him off while he riding the bike. They almost crashed 3 times before ending up by a lake. It was gorgeous, and she wondered why John's tired ass had never bothered to check it out before. He cut the engine on his bike off. She got off, climbing back on him immediately, but straddling and facing him. "You cold?" he asked. "You got my jacket if you want." "No, actually I'm not, so I'm very, very hot." Alright, so they end up doing it by the lake. she ride him on the bike, and then they get up and do it by the lake. He never asked her name. Good little puppy dog, she said. All right. I'm gonna get one more. Funny, yeah. We're gonna give it. Oh, I know a Greenbrier Mall. I think it's a Greenbrier out here, and it's a Greenbrier back at home. I'm gonna find one more scene, bro. This ain't hilarious. Hey, it's on my way home, I passed a mattress store. As usual, the parking lot was abandoned. I always wondered how mattress stores could stay in business because they were the only stores I knew of that always had empty parking lots. Now, this book was published. I think this book was published back in like 2003. Yeah, this book was published in 2003. So in 2003, which is over 20 years ago, the same thing still applies. Like, how these mattress stores be staying open? How, the mattress store always, they're like, yo, the mattress store's got to be laundering money, yo. But she decided to stop and fuck whoever was working that day. There was nothing to do at home. It was a senior citizen dude. She said, how in the hell could an album be out of stock when they never have more than 2 people in the store at a time? A mattress store. All right, he's married. Let's see what happens. He said, Miss, I don't even know you. He held up his left hand, showed his ring. Besides, I'm married. I'm extremely faithful. She giggled. All men are dogs. Some of them just don't know it until you educate them. What does it mean to be extremely faithful? It means I don't even look at us women, he replied. I let him go and backed away, climbing up on the mattress set and pulling my top over my head. When I reached behind me and started unclasping my bra, I said, "So I guess you won't look at my tits then." He not only was looking, he was staring. I bet his wife had carried 3 or 4 kids and had tits hanging down her belly, but my tatas were perked. I lifted up my side of the skirt, reached beneath the elastic of my panties, and started fingering myself. "Jerry, you know you want this pussy. Come on and get some." He faltered before saying, "There's something seriously wrong with you." No, there's something seriously wrong with you if you don't take advantage of the situation, because it'll never come on your way again. He was beginning to turn me off, but I just loved the challenge and I wasn't about to give up until she got some. Besides, John deserved to be reprimanded and shown who was controlling things. So she said, "Come on, Jerry. No one's gonna come in here shopping at this time on a Monday evening. People are stressing over their first day back at work, thinking about what they did over the weekend, wonder why it had to end." Then he did it. He asked me a stupid fucking question. "Did my wife send you?" I laughed. "No, I don't know the bitch. She always talking about not trusting me. How do I know you're not one of those, what do you call them, decoys that they have on talk shows all the time?" I shook my head. "Jerry, you need to get a life." She called him sexy. She said, "I'm a sex fiend. I want to fuck you right here, right now. It's just that simple." Pointed at the door, "Lock it." He didn't know the word, just did as he was instructed. When the door was secure, he came back over to the bed and said, "Now what? Take off your clothes, all of them?" "You know what the pants would do. She just wants some." He trembled as he undid his belt and kicked off his shoes. This is how I'm saying, "I can't believe I'm doing this." "Believe it, Jerry, you're doing it. You're about to fuck a complete stranger at your job. Don't worry, your secret is safe with me." "So what's your name?" he asked. "I don't have a name, Jerry, but if you insist on calling me something, just call me whore. I think I like that." You said, "Jerry?" He said, "Look, are you clean?" "I don't have a condom." She said, "Either we're gonna shit or get off the pot."
You're fine. I'm just looking for one here.
Okay. I'm just reading this.
Enjoy yourself.
No, I think it's funny.
Beach town.
I asked. She said, "You know what I'm saying?" I asked. When it's my time, it's my time. But for the record, yes, I am clean. I decided there had to be enough talking. I felt like a man trying to persuade a virgin to do it for the first time. She said, "I decided there had to be enough talking. I felt like a man trying to persuade a virgin to do it for the first time." "Jerry, shut the hell up." I yelled, "I'm not getting you." She dominated him for the rest of the evening. It was after closing time when she left the mattress shop and not a single person came to the door. The phone only rang twice before it was over, said and done. Jerry had fucked her 6 weeks from Sunday. They fucked on top of 4 different mattress sets. She tied him to a brass bed and wore him out on top of a pillow top set. But her knees kept sinking into it too much. For the record, the cheapest set was the best for a Rough Rider. All of that release of sexual tension was for naught. Her ankle started all over again when she returned to the apartment, and that Mason bastard had left a note for John taped on the door. He wanted to know if she would consider going out with him Saturday. Ironically, he wanted to go to a wedding with him. That was another scene. That was another scene. think she had a crush on some guy named Mason. Okay, so she really schizo. So I just read the one part where she said she looked at the note, but now she don't realize that she actually read the note. But that's her alter ego. I guess her alter ego threw it away or something. Cause this dude actually know her name. Everybody else that she rock with don't know her name. Oh no. Oh no. Okay, I think Darnetta is one of her friends, and she dates some dude named Logan, but she about to go mess with Logan. She about to go mess with Logan. Oh shoot. She walked up to Logan, took his hand, and pulled him toward one. He said, Jock, what's going on? Just come with me. Did Darnetta send you to come get me? Is she all right? Darnetta's fine, just come. So he know that they friends. He said, I'm sorry, but I don't know you like that. Besides, I'm dating Darnetta. You know that. The fool was playing hard to get. No man could resist her. And he was an idiot for even trying. She said, listen, I know you're dating Darnetta. I'm also quite aware you're a man and all men love Betsy. At least real men do. She said, you love pussy, Logan? Yes, but shut the hell up. Oh, they in Atlanta. He said, I'm right here. I'm from right here in Atlanta. Okay. So, Zane? Okay, this book is based. I know Greenbrier Mall. Wow. Here's a word I've never seen. Here's a word. Somebody knocked at the door. Then they went quiet. Hello. Alright, so somebody knocked on the door, so she couldn't really do much. So she pushed him on the floor until he lay flat on the table, slipped off her panties, mounted him, rode him fast and quick for a few minutes, and gathered her things and went for the door. And she left the wedding. So, dude told her, she was like, yo, tell him I gotta leave early, tell him I had a bad headache. So she left, went home. Now the dude that invited her alter ego had threw that note away or whatever. So it's 2 o'clock in the morning, he come checking on her. She in bed, and she like, yo, like, yeah, I'm da-da-da. And he's still standing there. He trying to come in, it's 2 o'clock in the morning. And she really not trying to open his door. Oh, goodness. He over here trying to check on her, and next thing you know, he kissing her. He about to try it. He pushed her back into the apartment against the wall, grabbed her breast. I'm sorry, Miss, I can't do this. He randomly said, I didn't mean to rush you. We could take our time to get to know each other. I like that, like the very much. So how about we start with the real date? Not one where we just happen to end up in the same place, but one where we actually leave together and come back together. Okay, so she got out of it. She got out of it. Donald Trump is mentioned in this book. Donald Trump is mentioned. mind you, this book is published in 2003. So this is like it's supposed to be like online chat room, but we got dating sites and like Tinder and stuff. Look at this. This him and this her. So this is them sexting, and this is in 2003. Look. Where's next? All right, some family drama at Thanksgiving. Hey, she said, let's just say I have a lot of emotional baggage that I'm hauling around with me. And she trying to tell him without telling him. You know what I'm saying? Okay. They ate a delicious meal, rosemary chicken with tarragon sauce, garlic mashed potatoes, and steamed asparagus. Got a little wine, Kendall Jackson Chardonnay. Crazy. So this dude actually like take her out to dates and dinner, and she like, but she curve him. She won't let. He trying, like he actually trying, and she'll push him away. She send him home, but she done slept with the dude at the grocery store. She done slept with the dude at the mattress place. Slept with the dude outside the bar. She sleep with all these other people. Wait, she making him work. And she going to therapy. She said she had to fuck the cops so she don't bring a ticket home. She had to fuck both of them in the back of the squad car. She trying to be a stripper. She started stripping for the night. And she played Always on Time by Ja Rule. Hell no, hold up, bitch. She's stripping. She got on her knees, moved back and forth, licked her index finger, and rubbed it over the crotch of her panties, and placed her fingertips on the boy's lips, and he licked it. In public? At a strip club? You don't get off. The next stripper, who went by the name of Pisces, took the stage. Well, I already know that dance. Collecting more money. So she ends up taking these two dudes, and the shorter one, she says $100 each. The shorter one said, the taller one like, yeah, I'm not trying to do that. The shorter one said, I'll pay for both of us. So he paid for both of them just to eat her out. Right. Hello, hello. We're gonna end up on we're gonna come back to this book. We're coming back to this book. They're coming back to this book. That was page 137. We ain't even started this one. I gotta find, let me just see what's. Now this one was published in, so that was published in 2003. This one's published in 2005. So it gotta be better 2 years later. So I don't know. All right, yeah, this one not gonna be as this one ain't gonna be like the other one. You see how long it's taking me to find it? So we will stay back on this book. We're gonna stay back on this book right here. This one got the business. This book got the business in it. This book got the business. Cause she get it at anywhere. She ain't lost to nobody yet. She ain't lost to nobody yet. Well, thank you for the likes. Thank you for the likes. Thank you for the engagement. Thank you for the likes. Thank you for the engagement. Okay. All right. We're gonna come back to this book. We're gonna come back to that book. We know exactly where it's at. Remember, it's in the African American section. African American fiction section. We're gonna come back to that book. Page 137. That book was funny. That book was funny. Man, the only thing about the book was it was fun, man. Gotta show it off, man. The visuals, boy, the visuals. It was from a woman's perspective. It's I gotta tell the story from a woman's perspective. You know what I'm saying? Cause me trying to read that book, she was talking about some stuff. So I gotta show you Zane as a woman.
I gotta assume whoever the Zane author is, I gotta assume she's a woman. But so I couldn't read all that from first person perspective. It's like, whoa. The joke was funny though, because it's like that the book was published in 2003, which is 20 years ago. And 20 years ago, some of the same stuff still apply. Like she was on a little dating website, sexting back and forth. Now we got Tinder and stuff. We got apps for that. There's an app for that. What commercial was that? Might have been Apple commercial. There's an app for that. Whatever you want, boy. So they either I'm pretty sure there's already a male author who has done this, but them books is fun. It's fun to read that genre, man. It's fun to read that genre. Oh, she's smoking. It's funny to read the type of books because it's just like doing porno movies. And you be like, all right, man, forget all this talking, but get to the parts. Then you get to the part like, oh, stop arguing. Just go back a little bit. But I actually was like, I'm gonna go back in there because it was like it had you see the parts before the shit. She got this long green dress on, bro. I'm telling you, my girls are looking like, what are sundresses at? Y'all are looking like wrestlers and shit. Is my bike still out there, bro? Thank you, my bike. Bro, them highlighter color clothes, bro, is not the wave. Them highlighter color clothes is not the wave, bro. I gotta say my bike's still out there. I'm not gonna stole my bike. Nope, they ain't steal it. The bike's still there. That joke is hilarious. I'm not checking this book out because I don't want that on my record. Like, you was out here checking out this. I'll come to the library and read that book. That joke was hilarious, though. If not for nothing, bro, you can read that book just to get a laugh, man. That was funny. That was funny. And it reminded me of Fight Club. Because, you know, the whole movie of Fight Club is about him having a whole alter ego, his alter ego having a whole nother life, and he don't realize, he think the alter ego is outside of him. But the way that book set up, she knew the alter ego was, and so they going back and forth like, oh, you about to date this person? Or I'm gonna make this happen, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that. So, it's just, and like the not funny part is like how that can actually exist in real life. So that can like, cause I jokingly say like that's how my ex is, but some people really be having that type of like mental whatever with their identity. Like this part of me lives super boring in the house, blah blah. This part of me super exciting, does everything that I wanted to do. And the goal is that hopefully one day those parts of you come together. And so that's the thing, like that's this other thing about all the different parts of you living together under one thing where you get to express like, you know what, there is this side to me and there's this side and there's this side to me, but can they all live cohesively under one frame and under one mindset? So that is actually kind of it's just an idea to play with, but I've seen it play out in multiple movies. I'm seeing it play out in a book, and it's just funny. It's just funny. So I might have to write a book about that. I might have to write a book like that. You know, like this part to me wants to do this. This part to me wants to do that. Might call it schizo. I think that I was gonna title my movie that at one point. I was gonna title my movie. I was gonna make a movie. My movie's gonna be titled Schizo. but I didn't want it to ruffle any feathers. I didn't want to ruffle too many feathers. But my movie, I'm still working on my movie, yo. You go into my acting job, the acting one, and it's like showing those different sides. Because if you're an actor, that's one of probably the most carefree roles that you can have in life, because it's going to allow you to portray different parts. And that's what like Hugh Hefner said. He has a quote that says, "Yo, I really believe I could be anything I wanted to be." And so you see all of the different characters that he played. And they say, if you don't find something that allows you to be all of who you really want to be, they're gonna call you crazy. They'll call you crazy if you don't find a name or a type. If you don't get paid for it, they'll call you crazy for it. So that is just that's a thing to deal with. If you don't find a name for your crazy, they're gonna put you in a mental hospital. Bro. So you gotta become an actor. You gotta find a name for it. You better say, "Yo, I'm autistic. That's why I'm so smart." Like, you gotta find a name for your crazy or your disability. You gotta find a name for your creativity, depending on how creative you are. And so I'm still working on my movie, my YouTube movie. I got a YouTube book. And it's like, for me, that's part of my thing too. Like, that's why I do so many different things and I document it. Because I'm saying, okay, I really do have my own podcast. I got my own TV show. It's my chat show. It's all on YouTube. I do be acting. I be movie directing. I do be with the fashion. You know what I'm saying? I be with it all. I gotta put it out there to be like, I have proof that I've kind of, you know what I'm saying, I did it. And I'm doing it. You know what I'm saying? Now I'm being my weatherman shit. I'm like, all right, this the weather for today. Just probably what you want to wear. Now, I think that is kind of cool, because the weather people don't tell you what to wear. They just tell you that it's going to be like this. I'm going to be like, yo, y'all, you stepping out the house, make sure you put this on. Put that shit on, man. Put that shit on. Like right now, I think if you go outside, wear a short sleeve shirt. And I'm telling you this because I'm on the other side. Like, yeah, I wish I had a short sleeve shirt on right now. And that's why I got to get the waterproof phone case. I'm going to get the waterproof phone case. So then I'm like, all right, y'all. Yeah, it's raining. Make sure you got your poncho or your umbrella or your flat cap, depending on who you are. I'm like, yo, if you're a man, put the flat cap on, put your rain jacket and your boots, and you're good to go. You gravy, Navy. Just like that. Just like scrap. So, thankfully, my bike is still here. The bike posted up. So we good to go.